are the biggest challenges for an accompanying spouse living abroad? At least I would say there are three main ones. Because when we move abroad, accompanying, following our spouse, it's not really our decision, right? It was not our idea. And hence we feel like we are just a package, well, not that much, but someone who has to follow somebody else, although it's probably the love of our life, but we have to follow them because of their career and not because of ours, right? So we encounter a lot of challenges on this process. So in this video, I'm going to try to concise them in three of them, talk about three of them, and some tips on how to overcome them. Hi, my name is Susana and I am your coach. I created Abroad with Susana to support international women living abroad to pursue a lifelong learning approach to life and get the confidence and the purpose for living abroad. Okay, what is the first challenge that we may face when we accompany our spouse to live abroad because of their career? Mainly the first one is that we encounter some lack of communication with the rest, some language barrier, some cultural shock. So we don't know how to communicate how we feel, hence we don't know how to make friends as well. And everything is a bit, we feel a bit surrounded with the unknown. And it's this barrier that makes us, feel isolated and lack of communication. So my proposal to you, after living abroad for 25 years and having to move to several countries with so many other languages that I don't speak, and my tip for you is learn the local language, at least the basics at the beginning, depending on how long are you going to stay there. Because for instance, for us, it happened that every 2-3 years we were moving to another country, and I had the kids back then, right? My kids were born on the way while we were moving, while we were nomads, and I didn't have the time to invest in every single language of every single country I was. So hence I chose to learn English, and to a level, well, to this level, it's not native, as you can see, but it's good enough for me to communicate. But that didn't help me, for instance, in Japan, where I'm now. I've been in Japan for 3 times now. This is my 3rd time. Well, my husband is Japanese, so the chances are that I was about to finish not finish, because I still on the move. But I was about to settle somehow in Japan. Or in Germany, even if it's a European country, not everyone in Germany speaks English fluently. It is different, for instance, in the Netherlands, which, is amazing. Everybody speaks English. So at least start learning some basics, skills of the local language, or choose an international language. In this case, I chose English to start communicating and feel more connected with where you are. The second challenge is not finding a job for you, right? You have put your career on hold because you're following your spouse and hence follow their career, but not for you. So you feel like, okay, I cannot find a job. It could be for several reasons. One is because, again, the language barrier, but mainly is because maybe you need some visa, working visa, and you don't have it. Or it could be as well because your diploma, your degree is not recognized in that country. So you need to go through a long process to make it that possible. And maybe by the time you do that, poof, you're again on the move and moving to another country. So this is a really challenging situation. really. For me, was one of the most difficult aspects to adjust in my life and to overcome that. I did work in some countries that I was living in with my husband, but again, his career was the main one. So for instance, I was working within my field, which back then was IT, when I moved to Belgium. And it was fantastic. It was exactly what I was trained for. It was a really nice environment. I enjoyed it so much. But then again, my husband was posted somewhere else, so I have to pack my career again and move with him and our first child. And then, you as well have to set up your own priorities. So what I did was to go back to study, and I got another degree, so I was at least felt fulfilled and focused on my career as well. Sometimes it's not just to have a job, but to invest your time in learning new skills or maybe update them. Sometimes you always said, I wish I could have time to finish my master's degree, for instance. This is the time. This is the time when you can invest in learning new skills. Again, the language is a new skill, the language of that country. If you're going to stay long enough, it makes absolutely sense to learn the language of that place. Another option, which I think is very viable, and I love it right now because this is what I'm doing, is to set up an online business. You don't have to say it's a business. You can say, if you feel if it's too big, it's a project for you, but you do it online. So you create whatever expertise you have, you create an online presence, a project that you can always work on it. And no matter where you live, you can take that work with you. You can take that business with you, that project with you, because you just need a laptop, right? An internet connection, and then you can create your career while you are on the move, and that is excellent. And it doesn't matter, because nowadays on the internet you can do any job, any work, any project, any service. You can sell a product or you can sell a service. You can provide a service to someone online, or it could be like one-on-one, could be a group. I mean, it could be, there are so many options. I will leave you a link as well in the descriptions down below. You can find many links about how to study, how to set up an online business online. So because that is what we need. We need mentors and we need a group. Of course, we can do that on our own. Why not? But it's very isolating. And it's tough enough following your spouse and setting up your new life by yourself, learning the environment and meeting new people, and do this online work by yourself. It's too isolating. We all need to feel connected where we are, and even if we're learning new skills or we are setting up our own online business, go with a mentor, with a group, with a platform that you feel connected. Again, I'm telling you, I will leave you links below for different options that you may check. Okay, and the last challenge for an accompanying spouse living abroad is this feeling of feeling undervalued, because it seems that it's never your chance. It's never you who are on the spot. Sometimes it's good, right? I'm not saying that we all feel like I want to be the star in the movie. Some of us, feel very comfortable being the supportive, and that's good. That's good. But it seems that sometimes you feel like your job, your tasks, or your presence is kind of assumed and not really recognized. And then you feel really undervalued. So again, please seek for help to a therapist, to a life coach. I can help you as an expert life coach. I know what it is, all the process that you've been going through. Because believe me, I've been living abroad for 25 years and I moved like 10 times, or I don't know. I have been as well as a split expat family, which it means that I didn't split with my husband in the sense we didn't separate it. Physically we did, but we were still married and happily married. And I know what it is raising third culture kids as well, international schools, family behind, different families, 2 different countries. How do you manage that balance? I know what it is. So that's why, and I believe I did it well. My kids are very happy. My marriage is going well. And I set up my online business as well. And I'm helping here all the experts that need support. So if you feel you need personal development, you need this support for you because you feel lost in this huge change that happened in your life. You feel undervalued, but you don't know how to unstuck from that feeling, how to, start a new path for yourself. Contact me. Again, I will leave you my contacts in the links below. Abroad with Susana. You can check my website. You can check me on Instagram as well. I know we are in YouTube. I shouldn't say that, but I mean Instagram and Facebook, and here in YouTube as well. So let me know what you think about these tips. Let me know if you have any other questions or topic you want me to address or go into a bit more in depth. And yes, please, as always, you can subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, even the little bell. I think if you click the little bell, you will receive a ping every time I post a new video, so we can be in contact. I'll see you in my next video.